to deliver missiles with sarin nerve gas?
Well, it's sadly it's vintage Assad. It is an attempt by him to throw up false flags, create confusion. Frankly, it's a tactic we've seen on Russia's part as well in the past. There can be little doubt that the recent attacks and the chemical weapons attack in Idlib was by the Syrian government, by the Syrian regime, and that it wasn't only a violation of the laws of war, but it was, we believe, a war crime.
Over the course of last week that the Secretary's meeting with President Putin.
One is, I'll refer you to what's already been said about this airstrike that took place in Afghanistan. I think it was aimed at a network of tunnels that was being used by terrorist organizations. I can't say that this was an immediate outcome of any conversations we had with the Afghan government. I think it's part of our ongoing efforts to take the fight to the Taliban, to take the fight to ISIS affiliates that are operating in that territory, al-Qaeda affiliates that are operating on Afghan soil, and that's going to continue. You spoke about Pakistan and their role in this. We've been very clear. While we understand that Pakistan has made efforts to confront terrorism and terrorist organizations on its own soil, that there are still what we call safe havens that exist for terrorist groups to operate from and carry strikes out on Afghanistan. That's a problem. Again, it's in Pakistan's interest to work constructively with Afghanistan to address those security concerns.
Was there maybe a discussion about a follow-up meeting between the two?
Well, they're clearly pursuing ballistic missile testing. They're clearly trying to. I mean, we've seen this multiple times that they're, in the past 6 months alone, that they're trying to test out systems that can deliver whatever, whether it's a nuclear weapon or something else in the region. And that's why, frankly, we are so utterly seized with the threat that North Korea now poses. And it's also one of the reasons why, and this was made very clear in the President's meetings with Chinese leadership last week, that, the time for action is now. And by that, we need to look at ways to put increased pressure on North Korea in order for it to recognize the reality that it needs to pursue denuclearization, that it needs to answer the international community's very real concerns about its ongoing efforts to pursue nuclear weaponry and the means to deliver those in the region.
We're going to have better relations and so on. Is that a result of the conversation?
Good. As I just said, provocations from North Korea have grown, frankly, too common, too dangerous to ignore anymore. So we're working with the international community, and that includes our partners in the region. Certainly, Republic of Korea, Japan are among those stalwart partners and allies who we're working with to address this concern. But we're looking at how we hold the Kim Jong-un regime accountable for its reckless behavior.
The President said that the strategic patience is over.